All right. Welcome to part 2 of my Megatron drawing tutorial step pencil. Okay, so we just finished drawing his shoulder, as you can see. So now what you want to do is, again, like, his hand can only reach a certain point, like this. So you want it to kind of look like that, except for I think his middle arm is a little too long. So I'm gonna adjust it, add the dimensionalness, and then this right here. And so then I'm gonna, well, I don't really like drawing his hands, but I guess that's fine. He's waving hello. Okay, so remember, shh. That's my brother. He's really annoying.
Hey, you're annoying.
So, anyway, so this shoulder is gonna be kind of cutting into his chest or whatever a little bit like that. And later we're gonna draw his middle arm. So basically just repeat what you did. And then so his hands are gonna be on this hand's gonna be on his hips, so gotta draw it like that. And then so or kind of like that. And then I don't know if you want to call it like his butt or his pelvis or what, but that's what I'm drawing now. That's pretty simple. Okay, there we go. Except for it's really uneven. I like that side better, so I erase this side and make it match up. And so obviously his hand will have to be a little bit readjusted. Oh, come on, I can draw a better hand than that. Okay, we're gonna draw his thumb here and then his fingers here. What ifs? He's just like, what ifs? Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna draw like there. I don't think that was in the shot. So, yeah, his hand is just. I'm gonna draw his thumb and 4 other fingers, and so he's like, just chilling. And then you can like draw an Energon cube in his hand or something like that. Actually, we should do that. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so we have to decide how we're gonna draw his feet. So in this picture, one of his feet is turned to the side, and one of them is facing forward, and I really like that. And so we're gonna draw the knee pads here, and I don't want to bother with that, but so because this was I was just gonna like kind of improvise as I went and like make it a little more elaborate than I usually draw him, so we don't have to draw all that extra stuff, but we can add a few like touches, like adding these and his war paint and all right, anyway, if you want, like, I can show you how to, and we're definitely going to add them to his eyes, but so we're gonna have his legs facing, one of his legs facing to the side and one of them facing forward, like I did in the other picture, because I will model how I like that one picture. Okay, so he has no legs now. So we're gonna make this leg is a little harder, just a little harder, because it's gonna be facing to the side. So in the other, so you could see like this is the side, and then you have to, you have to make sure that it actually looks like a knee pad. So right here, it's like that. And then again, you want to draw a little three-dimensionalness. And this line should be up here. Yeah, like again, it involves a lot of erasing. And then we're going to go down. Yep, perfect. Yeah, you can see my nails are super chipped. That's okay. That's okay. And so this is where his leg ends. So I'm gonna just like this. Add some lines here, and then add this thing. So this is normally on the front of his leg, but since he's turning to the side, you can't see all of it. So we're just gonna draw the side of it, like that, and then we're gonna draw his foot like this. Boom. Okay. Okay. So now you also have to make sure. You also have to make sure that it just doesn't look that weird. Like here, I think his leg looks a little bit skinny. And I don't know, do you think it looks too short? No, I think his foot looks too big. That's what the problem is. So I might want to kind of erase the bottom and make it a little shorter or smaller. And yes, that is way better. And then so this leg is going to be a little... Now, the reason I'm doing this, partly because I like the way it looks and partly because you can see how to draw his leg from sideways and forwards. So then this is going to be a little easier this time around because he's just facing forward. And so first we draw this square right here, just the square. And make sure these match up, of course. And then, but he has a knee pad, so now that we've got the shape kind of evened out, we're gonna draw the knee pad. Make sure you plan adequately for the space. There we go. And then his leg. Yep. And then this thing, you're seeing it full on, so I don't know what that is. Okay. Now, his foot, it's facing forward. So just draw it like kind of like that. And as you can see, okay, so it's like this. Yeah, so I see it kind of needs to be a little bit wider. So you see, like, as you can see, I'm like erasing as I go, because I don't know exactly how it's going to end up. So yes, that is much better. Perfect. And here he is so far. And we're going to get to the fun part, which is his face. All right. So today I'm going to treat you to a variety of expressions with Megatron. Oh God, I'm going to be so stiff after this. Oh, I'm laying on the floor on my stomach. All for you guys, viewers. All right. So with any Transformer, when you're drawing his face, or her face, I guess, you have to be very careful. And you've got to study, like, the details of where his nose, and some of them have their face lines and stuff like that. As you can see here, here's something that's worth pointing out. For me, I think those lines on Megatron's face kind of represent, like, age. So here, he's young Megatron. He's Megatron Origin. Here, he is a lot older, so I added these. And so here it's kind of like today's the day of my life when I'm gonna embrace fatherhood and see, you know, what life is really about, you know, really mushy kind of thing like that. I don't know if you've read that, probably not. If you want to, it's on DeviantArt, but here you can see he's like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna, I don't know, kill someone this Saturday in my pit fighter match, and I'm gonna take over the world. You know, footloose and fancy free, that kind of thing. So, I think in this picture, in this picture we're doing right now, we're gonna figure out what his face should look like. Well, anyway, so yeah, just like depending on what's going on in the picture, like here he's just kind of posing, so we don't have to think about that. Or like, if I have another, or like here, and I'm my huge doodle dump. You can see like here, I wasn't planning on coloring this, so I did a lot of shading here, and this, I drew it on an airplane, so it was a little bit shaky. See there, he's flying a ship here, but anyway, so I'm like, I shaded his eyes, shaded his eyebrow, unibrow thingy, and I didn't do such an adequate job of drawing Starscream. He's like, I have to go potty, hold it. But that's what's going on there. And yeah, I have a lot of pictures of Megatron because, like I said, he's super easy to draw if you just take your time. Okay, anyway, enough with the chit chat. I am going to draw his face now. So, what you want to... Okay, so we're going to go through a variety of expressions. So here, if you want to make him look like angry, you kind of... Well, I'll draw his, like, unibrow thingy. Like kind of, like, I don't want to draw it directly pointing down. I kind of want to draw it in the middle of his head, if you know what I mean. Yeah, let's see, like that. And if, like I said, if this was a comic, I would shade this in, but it's not. And I'm going to be coloring it with a colored pencil, so I'm just going to leave it blank for now. So, over time, I've learned, like, not to make his eyes too big. Like, in the picture of him with Starscream and the twins, his eyes were actually, like, close. And I really like the expression I gave him. I was going to have his head turned to the side, and then Starscream's head was turned to the side. I don't like drawing them in profile. So, I try to get his eyes to line up with the unibrow thing. So, and their eyes, you notice, they're kind of like, almost like hexagons, I guess. So, okay, I draw kind of like that. Don't make them too big. and that doesn't look that good. Don't make his eyes too big, but I mean, don't make them too small either. Yeah, and kind of, when it's with Megatron, like, this is unique to him because most Transformers don't have that unibrow thingy. Make his eyes conform to it. Usually, like, right underneath. And this chin can be a little farther up. And then, so then there's this things up here. And then his nose, like, I don't really go too far with their noses. Like, people will draw it really different. Like, some people will draw it like that, and that seems kind of awkward. I will draw his nose tonight, kind of like this, and yes. Well, actually, that's kind of slanted. We don't like slanted, at least not when it comes to Megatron. That's perfect. Okay, so yeah, just eyeball it and make sure it looks okay to you. I don't know if this looks like this. Okay, so here, our first expression, he's gonna look kind of angry. So he's like, this is not cool. Or you can have his teeth showing now. So okay, here. Or yeah, you can have him yelling, like, Starscream, you fool, or whatever. There, he is yelling, and or you can make his mouth a little more. You can make his mouth a little more closed, and okay, well, that's not what I was going for. Make his mouth kind of like this, and then okay. Make his teeth together like this. Okay, this is not. So then draw this, and then his teeth marks are right here. I can't get that to look right. Okay, one more try. Erase the mouth area. Then draw, and then his teeth are right here. There we go. There, he looks kind of mad. And then, or we could also draw him looking evilly happy. There we go. I like that. Then just draw his chin here. Like, hello. I like that a lot. Okay, and then so I have a variety of expressions here, like, smiling here, and his mouth is a little bit smaller here, but again, his mouth is closed, but his teeth are showing. And let me find another one. Okay, I have a lot of things in my sketchbook. Here, see? I did that again with his mouth, so I like drawing his mouth that way. And here his mouth is shut. Here again, like that. And see, this is just this kind of takes place at some point in Your Family Loves You Anyway. I think before Sapphire was born. And so, anyway. Oh, God. Then we have this here. His mouth is open, so I covered it black. But anyway, we are drawing today, not looking at pictures. So I'll conclude it there. So there's a lot of eraser marks there, so we want a lot of eraser marks there, so we want to get rid of those. Okay. We want to get rid of the eraser marks, erase them really hard, and then to distinguish it, make his mouth a little darker and bigger. Okay, and now I told you I'd give you a variety of expressions. So one of the expressions of his that I really like was in I don't think I have it anywhere around here, but where in my comics where he was holding one of the twins for the first time, and his helmet was, his eyebrow was like drawn in a certain way that he doesn't look like mad, he just looks kind of put off. And I don't know if I meant to draw it that way, but I like the way it turned out. But in the other comic, he was really sad a lot of the time. So if you want to make him look sad, it's a little harder. And you can't put a lot of emphasis on his unibrow thingy. So we're going to erase that right now. Excuse me. And erase his eyes as well. Okay. Okay, I'll go on. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Kickstand collapsed. All right. Now, we gotta try and get rid of the eraser marks. And the way I did it is I put a lot less emphasis on the eyebrow, and I didn't make his eyes touch it, and I made his eyes like a little bigger, a lot more like I draw Starscream's. And then, so I think I drew his face a little too narrow, but and then I added like, the mouth is not right. So I added this kind of slant to his eyebrows, and then so he's looking upset, like, oh my god. And so you can see that, right? He's sad. Then the mouth looks kind of comical that way, so want to make it a little bit higher up and smaller. Like that. and make sure his eyes are big enough. Okay. And then if you want, you can draw like little tears in his eyes, like tears in the corners of his eyes right here. Or if you want to get really, if you want to really bring out his inner mush, you can, oh, these little tears running down his face. Oh, how sad. Okay. So he looks really sad here. And horrible. So he's like, and then, or he might be seeing something that made him cry with happiness. So he's like, oh. Okay, this is my favorite so far. Okay. He is, I don't know why he's crying. I don't know. Maybe one of the twins is walking for the first time. Or I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that made him cry. But he was helping him learn to walk. Okay. So I'm gonna stick with that expression because I kind of like it. So we did that together. And now, then I'm going to draw these lines on his face. And, you know, just, like, forget about putting the war paint on. That's not going to look right. Okay, so then we add the lines to his face. I don't like to put a lot of emphasis on these because but anyway, so now he is going to be holding a cube of Energon, like this. Okay. So I'll teach you how to draw him holding stuff. I don't know, maybe he's happy he got some Energon. Okay. Holding. Okay, that's great. Okay. And then it's like he's had half of it. And now we're gonna just try to erase any lines that shouldn't be there, like this one up here, because we're getting this ready to be inked now, so we have to make sure we know what lines we are going to trace. Make sure they're clear, and then this part's really exciting because, like, oh my god, I'm gonna ink soon. Okay, wonderful, beautiful. And then his chin is a little bit shady-ish, so we're gonna make that around it here. And then okay, and there's that. So I think he's ready to be inked. So join me in part 3 where we are going to outline this in ink.